This may very well be the most boneheaded move I've ever captured since dash camming over the last 7 years. Just when you thought organ donor Oliver from video number 268 was being a massive bonehead, an even bigger bonehead comes along. This big rig slows down and puts a left turn signal on to make a wide left turn. Despite the fact it's plainly obvious what the big rig is in the process of doing, Turdball Tyrone just has to risk it all.
Oh! What are you doing? Oh my God! That is just fucking nuts. I could not believe what I just saw right there.
Amazingly, there is no crash. His driving was as disgusting as drinking from a bedpan.
Oh my God!
This is a one-way street over here, and crackhead Kathy is going the wrong way. It does become a two-way street at this point.
Or whoever holds the note, they then send you the title and you transfer the title when it comes back. It takes 4 or 5 weeks usually for that.
I'm trying to figure out if I should finance that because they would like their money now.
What the hell is that about? Oh my God.
This guy's blocking a lane because he didn't plan ahead right.
Crackhead Kathy's sister, Methhead Mary, is in the center turn lane with her left blinker on. Only thing is, there's nowhere to turn. So, what gives?
What gives?
What the hell? Oh, wow. Totally illegal U-turn. Going off the roadway.
Interesting reaction from this other driver. This driver swoops to the curb just as this guy is trying to pull away from the curb. He isn't having it today. We have a close call between these two drivers, and this driver turning left from the right lane all at the same time.
Oh! That was a very close call. This guy making a last-second decision. Lots of stupidity going on here.
This lousy excuse for vaginal flatulence here in the straight lane is changing into the left-only lane to pass this black SUV.
Oh, smart guy, huh?
Spacey Sam seems confused by the green light. I had neither the time nor the crayons to explain to him what a green light means.
The fuck is that shit? That's not legal. What a jackass. He's not a passing.
The guy in this pickup truck has nobody directly in front of him, with traffic ahead having moved on, and he keeps letting everyone in front of him.
How many people is this person going to let go? This guy just keeps
There's a yield sign over here on this crossroad. Here's the view from that yield sign. I'm over here. But this trucker motherfucker just blasts right through it like projectile diarrhea without even slowing down to check for traffic. But the party is not over yet. He's going way too fast to negotiate these curves properly, and at times he's driving on the wrong side of the road, even before blind curves.
That's just foolish.
He now stops and waves me by, which made about as much sense as putting boogers back into your nose.
Oh, really?
With this vehicle coming the other way, I slow down to see if there's going to be a crash. The camera doesn't pick it up, but the driver honks at the trucker because the trucker is over the line. Traffic always backs up for drivers going straight, but too many impatient drivers see this empty right turn only lane as an opportunity to cheat this line of traffic. Like bonehead Bryson here, who would rather jump the line and cut in front of everyone else waiting patiently. But he gets a double whammy. As he goes straight through the right turn only lane, he gets cut off by this driver turning right. And here he gets cut off again. He throws his hands up because he didn't get his way. Then he nearly changes lanes into another driver. Looks like this driver was ready for him. His attempt at cheating traffic was as futile as Stevie Wonder applying for a driver's license.
I got my license. Really?
And gee, I wonder what this driver was pulled over for. The traffic cheating is so bad here that very often you'll see a cop specifically looking for cheaters. This clip requires no explanation, but it's obvious that crackhead Kathy's mother, Gloria the Glue Sniffer, has no situational awareness and illegal window tint.
San Francisco is special where professionals, local adventures,
I also wasn't too far from getting a Chevy Suburban engine delivered right to my trunk. And to my disappointment, this police officer didn't respond. Danny the delinquent douche had his entire life to be a jerk, but didn't take today off. He actually brake checks us by jamming the brakes in our path. Let's not forget his illegal window tint.
Oh! What the hell? Oh my gosh!
The proposal would restrict some rifle sales and launch a program to arm some teachers. Cities have demanded much more. Governor Scott has not said.
Are out. Yeah. And then bitching at me because what the fuck? That's so
lovely
stupid.
Place for a U-turn. Yeah.
There, I gave him a little. It gave me the finger too.
Notice this lane is blocked. Here comes crackhead Kathy's grandmother, Angel Dust Andrea. She starts to honk in a situation where honking will not help and misses a chance to go around the trucks. Meanwhile, dumbass Dylan decides to tempt fate with an oncoming garbage truck. Let's go back to Angel Dust Andrea. In response to her honk, this worker shouts something at her. Here we have a nut cluster. On the wrong side, trying to back up, trying to back up, trying to go forward, and all at the same time. Does your head hurt yet? Ah, spring is in the air, life is good, until Willie the Wanker decides he's too good to wait for a proper opening in traffic. There's nobody behind me, but that doesn't seem to matter.
What are you doing? Thought that guy was turning.
Once he cuts me off and moves to the side, I figured he was turning right or letting me pass. I shouldn't have assumed, but he was about as bright as a broken 1-watt light bulb. Crackhead Kathy's cousin, PCP Patricia, is quite literally the most incompetent driver I ever remember seeing. First, she nearly stops at a green light. Then these two lanes turn together onto this one-way street. She fails this dual turn, not once, but twice. She crosses into the inside lane, then stops where there's no stop sign, and then crosses back to the outside lane, almost hitting me.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna do this game where we go real slow. Come on now. You don't have to stop there.
Look at the chaos this half-brain causes behind me when she stops for a non-existent stop sign.
You don't have to stop there.
By now, my patience with her is totally gone, and she's going 10 in a 30. It's at this moment I realize I just got brake checked by a mean-looking hag in her early 70s. But look, she's still screwing up. She can't hold her lane and drifts towards these parked cars. This was more painful than using a pine cone for toilet paper. The driver in front of this black Subaru is acting like she's the only one on the road. Brainless Brenda is driving slowly and keeps stopping.
Jesus Christ. Even the guy in front of me is throwing up his hands. Like, why does the guy keep stopping up here?
She mistakenly thinks she has a right-of-way to finish her U-turn. I guess she won her license on The Price is Right. Driver number 1, Darren Dimwit, pulls out in front of driver number 2. Number 2 isn't having any of it and passes him in the turn lane.
Ooh, really? That was a good capture. Holy shit.
Come to my email box.
You're about to see a strange move about as common as a turd in a root beer float. Impatient Isabel cuts off an oncoming driver and then snakes her way behind another driver waiting to turn.
What the hell? Why is the person sitting? Oh, that was kind of weird.
One day I was driving along when out of the blue I heard a horn continuously blowing. Traffic has a green light, but Dirk the Jerk here is casually sitting and blocking this trucker. At this point, I yelled at him as loud as I could.
Move your ass!
But he ignored me and kept sitting there chill, looking straight ahead like the cocky, arrogant prick that he is.
Move your ass! Wow. That guy's being a jerk.
I decided to turn around and go back to the scene in case the incident was still going on. But by the time I could get turned around, Dirk the Jerk was long gone. But the trucker was stopped at the same light, which is now red. It's obvious that Dirk the Jerk sat and blocked the trucker until the green light ended, leaving the trucker stuck through another light cycle. His attitude over being honked at was about as pathetic as having to take out a loan for a roll of toilet paper. Simpleton Simon turns onto the wrong side of the street. His driving makes about as much sense as having a dog named Snots.
Hey, get out of there! Stop! No!
Entitled Earl, in his white Audi, has decided that he's too important to stop for pedestrians in the crosswalk. This guy is so old that when he was a kid, rainbows were in black and white. He just blew this flagger's stop sign. And now he's going around the work truck with an oncoming car that's luckily turning. This driver pulls out and then slows down to wait for a gap in traffic, like she's supposed to. But crackhead Kathy's daughter, LSD Lisa, slams on the brakes and gives up her right-of-way, risking getting me rear-ended.
God, let her figure it out.
There always has to be that one douchebag that fights hard to get ahead of everyone, but ends up not saving any time.
Jerk. Oh, he didn't even want this lane. And he had to get back in that lane. Yep, back over. Tailgating. Oh, just moved over again. Wow, all that just to turn right here.
The trash gets picked up tomorrow. He needs to be ready.
Wow. Oh, that guy's crazy.
Seen sunny days that I thought would never end.
Cousin Scroat just can't get to the toilet fast enough, so he illegally passes in the turn lane and over the painted island.
Oh. Jesus Christ, man.
His driving makes me question whether I would unplug his life support to charge my phone.
I really like it that much, but it's really pretty up there.
This driver's waiting to turn left. Dodgy Roger here, and the silver BMW is turning right. Right? Wrong.
What the hell? What a doof.
Some people need a high five, in the face, and with a heavy chair.
Good question.
This driver is in the right turn lane. OJ Stabber is highly impatient, so he honks and then flies past him and turns right from the straight lane while cutting him off. You're about to meet a prime candidate for a "you're not you when you're hungry" Snickers commercial. If you know anything about the rules of the road, you'd know that the pedestrian and I have the right-of-way over Angry Pants here. But he's too impatient to wait his turn.
I know.
What's he doing? Wow. Fucking asshole. Go. He's gonna hit you.
No, he better not.
He's gonna get you. He's mad.
Good.
What an asshole.
If he hits me, it's his fault and he's going to jail.
Yes, he actually threw his pickup in reverse, quickly backed up, and nearly hit us.
Yeah. No, he better not.
He's gonna get.
His crate got a good little stir, and she's watching that man-child have his pathetic tantrum. But what road conflict would be complete without a finger man?
Are you the finger man? I heard about you.
After this brief encounter, we go our separate ways, for now.
If he hits me, it's his fault and he's going to jail.
What a fucking asshole. What was that supposed to prove?
That he's a jerk.
We go shopping for 5 minutes, then back on the road. Little do we know, we're about to cross paths with Angry Pants once more.
Put some jerk in jail for once.
It doesn't make any sense. He had to have seen that girl walking.
Well, yeah.
Did you not realize that we couldn't go? Like, that doesn't give him the right of way to go.
Along the way, I capture an unrelated bad driver clip with this driver sitting in the road for some reason. I briefly stop the camera to save the clip, then I hit record again, and there he is.
Asshole. He's like looking for me.
Go.
Junker Johnson over here has a yield sign, which means he's supposed to stop and yield to any vehicles approaching the intersection. But instead, he ignores his yield sign, blasts on through, and honks at me.
Honked at me. He has a yield sign.
You might tell me to forgive and forget what this bad driver just did, but I'm neither Jesus, and nor do I have Alzheimer's.
Stupid idiot. Oh, good luck ever getting through there. Wow.
Crackhead Kathy's grandma, Roofie Rhonda, is on the wrong side of the street, hence these double yellow lines.
Nope, you're on the wrong side of the road. You're on the wrong side of the road, lady.
Her was really silly.
The guy behind me is honking because this guy in front of me is going slow.
Well, it was silly. It's oversized.
So I guess I'll join in. Would you please pull over? Yeah, we're all honking at you. Guy behind me too is honking.
correlation to what you post online. Now, just because you have a successful show and people like to watch it, doesn't mean you're above that. Consequences
Would you please
happen,
pull
whether
over?
You're Roseanne or Zach.
Wow, he will not let anybody, he won't pull over. He's driving like the roads are wet or something. They're not. Look at all these people behind us are like, what the hell? Wow, what is this guy's deal? Oh wow, he is drunk.
This guy does not know how to drive. Come on. Just weaving all over the road.
15 under. This guy's ridiculous. Wow. This is so ridiculous. 25 under the limit now? Wow. Unbelievable. This guy is unbelievable. This is crazy. Damn, look at the line behind me. Look at the line behind me.
Here comes Aaron Angry Pants, mad at life and looking to take it out on someone.
Got you on camera, asshole.
After brake checking and throwing a fit, Aaron, the two-legged stool sample, finally disappears with a dangerous dash across the lanes, cutting off the driver next to the dash cammer.
Got you on camera.
You're driving along and life is good. Until crackhead Kathy's youngest daughter, Quaalude Quinn, decides to screw it all up. This guy's in a big hurry. What could be the hurry? Did he eat some bad guacamole and he's holding back the Hershey squirts? He then cleverly dodges a red light before he unleashes Montezuma's revenge all over his seat.
What the f***? What was that?
I hope he remembered the toilet paper.
Wondering, I'm just turning 19 at the end of the month, and I'm starting to put all my money aside.
You're right in the middle, too.
A lot of people, a lot of older people, and they always tell me that they wish they saved a lot earlier. So I'm trying to avoid that by starting to put my money away and invest my money early. I even have,
that truck's actually moving pretty good. Oh, he's off the road with that trailer. Huh, look at that.
Oh God, I hope you don't get fall on the road.
Ah. He's backing right up towards me. I don't know which you're doing.
Yes, you're supposed to stop before railroad tracks, if there's not loads of space on the other side of them where you would be completely out of the danger zone. Timid Timmy will never trigger the light if he doesn't go up to the limit line.
What is he doing way back there? Oh my God.
Just driving along, enjoying the beautiful day, someone just has to mess things up. I'm about to turn right, but Fingerman is illegally stopped in the red zone. Unknown to me at the time, he intends to make an illegal U-turn.
Oh, what an idiot.
Are you the Fingerman? I heard about you.
The fuck are you doing, man?
Yes, he caused this guy to panic stop and basically disrupted every driver at this intersection.
The fuck are you doing, man?
He's got 2 brain cells left. One's a liar, and the other's a fool. Stinky Winston here thinks he's gonna turn left, but it's a right turn only. When this light goes green, traffic coming from this direction also gets a green. Watch what happens when both directions go green.
Dummy. Oh, that guy ran it really bad.
Watch out! Crackhead Kathy's 10th ex-husband, Roid Rage Ricardo, has a serious case of thunder down under. He's rushing to the nearest bathroom to unleash the storm of a century on someone's plumbing system. People do really stupid things, but that should come as no surprise. This driver is waiting patiently to merge. The driver ahead of this SUV gives up her right-of-way and slams on the brakes to let him in. Watch what happens next.
This guy's gonna let that guy in. Oh, jeez. What an idiot. This guy's gonna go around and watch. See, he got mad because they slowed for him. Oh boy.
A driver back here jumps out of line and drives up the wrong side of the road because he's too impatient to wait.
Is this guy for real?
I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Just drove up the wrong side of the road on a section he's not supposed to be. What? Is that guy actually not gonna... What does that guy think he's doing? What does that guy really think he's doing? Unbelievable.
It amazes me that Uber and Lyft drivers aren't required to pass a test and undergo more thorough background checks. Because Turd Bucket Tom decides that making a U-turn too close to oncoming traffic is a smart idea.
Oh my gosh. That, man?
Someone's got their mad face on today. Sassy Sue thinks she's entitled to just sit and block the driveway and everyone else can just go around her. She actually opens her door, looks back at the driver behind her and yells, "Seriously? Go around."
Just live it, just survive it.
Get out of the way!
I wonder if her butt is jealous of all the crap coming out of her mouth.
Seriously, go around.
We're on the
longest stock market bull run in history, but it's been fueled.
God, look at that guy.
Instead of pulling over into the turnout, nincompoop Nick decides to stop in the active lane and sit there being confused.
No idea what he's doing. What is that guy doing? What is he doing?
You can see I'm holding short of the tracks because there's not quite enough space for a car to safely wait in front of the tracks. But try telling that to Schizoid Floyd, who decides to run for the Jerk of the Year election.
I didn't leave that space for you.
But he's not done being a dirty, smelly dish sponge with hair hanging off of it. Now he cuts off the oncoming car and speeds away at a high rate of speed. Tony Bennett left his heart in San Francisco. Janet from another planet left her brain in her mother's womb. This kid enters the crosswalk, so I stop. She's legally required to stop too. The kid even had to back up.
Didn't you see the kid?
But Plug Doug is just gonna cut me off because he's in a big hurry. In such a hurry that he now plays slowdown games because he's mad I tooted him. His attitude made as much sense as planning a road trip to Hawaii. I would rather suck a urinal cake than to ever have to deal with Jerkwad Johnson again. He nearly backs into me.
Stop backing up, man.
But now he's pissed off that I honked. He's actually reversing up next to me to flip me off and mumble some nonsense.
Dude, you almost backed up into me. Okay, well, just stop. When you're backing up and you see somebody behind you, you gotta stop. You moron.
Question number 1.
Yeah, he actually flipped me off.
His logic was about as backwards as being a proud father of a nephew. Nothing will ruin your evening faster than Fingerman Frank.
Fingerman, I heard about you.
This chauffeur driver is pulled off of the roadway but suddenly pulls into traffic without enough space and with barely any warning. Watch what he does next. Did you catch that? This was about as painful as trying to French kiss a shark. Just when you think humanity has already hit the pinnacle of stupidity, fermented fruitcake Francis comes along.
What is he doing?
Clearly, there's no parking spot.
What are you doing? Well, that was really, really weird.
She's so dumb she probably can't even count to 1, although no one else parked within the lines.
The news cycle and all the rest. But the UN humanitarian coordinator for Somalia, his name is Peter de Klerk, recently held a news conference.
He's driving on the sidewalk. Wow, you're going real slow.
The driver getting illegally passed up ahead is most likely either sleepy, intoxicated, distracted, or just downright incompetent. Here, he or she has the high beams on and gets flashed by another driver.
He got flashed, I think because he had his high beams on.
But the real fun is yet to come. Next, the driver brakes and slows unnecessarily for the gentlest of curves.
Oh my god, you don't have to brake for this curve.
This guy don't know how to drive.
And then drifts over the center line, onto the shoulder, and back to the other side. So far, he or she has proven that they are as useful as an asshole with taste buds. Now on to the real fun.
Oh, oh, he almost backed into me too. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I wish I was a cop.
And he cut the corner so bad.
He or she did not quite give me adequate time to put it in reverse and look behind me to assess just how far I can back up, since I was essentially backing up toward a busy highway I just turned off from. Now, of course, no turn signal. For whatever reason, the driver pulled over and back in behind us.
Jackass?
At this point, my wife thinks the driver is mad and following us.
Drunk?
Something.
He's probably mad at you.
Oh, I don't care. I sincerely thought he was going to hit me.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
Turned off way back there.
Oh, good.
That was about as painful as getting one's tongue caught in a greasy paper shredder. Watch Meathead Mike in this blue car. He runs the stop sign, narrowly avoiding the pedestrian in the crosswalk, and then cuts off this oncoming driver. Roses are red, violets are blue. I've got 5 fingers, the middle one is for you.
Well, I mean, that guy did not yield, the guy in the Acura. Oh, now he stops right in the way.
It's really unfortunate when Karma has the day off or calls in sick. Dimwit Danny is stopped on the shoulder. He quickly goes from stopped to moving onto the roadway without much warning and with no regard for 55-mile-per-hour traffic already on the highway. He cuts off this white truck.
Oh, he got forced out of his lane. Holy crap.
He ended up going around Dimwit Danny over the double yellow line to avoid him. Looks like Dimwit Danny forgot to pay his brain bill. And there was a Napa County sheriff behind me who didn't respond to this blatant failure to yield. But did Karma actually take the day off? Further down the highway, Dimwit Danny turns off, and so does the sheriff. But we'll never know if he pulled him over.
The fuck?
Note that this is the turn lane for oncoming traffic. In other words, the wrong side of the road for big, bad, ballsy Billy Bob, who is a horribly impatient traffic cheater. His small ding-a-ling took over before his brain did. Bad driving can be served up mild, medium, or hot. Slutty Stella and Crackhead Kathy's half-sister's inbred daughter, Tide Pod Tilly, have both decided to take their bad driving to inferno levels. Here I am passing this driver. As I'm doing so, Tide Pod Tilly is tailgating me very closely at 65 miles an hour. Before I change lanes, I need to give this driver some room. On goes my blinker, and then this happens.
Really? Really? What the fuck? I put my signal on to change lanes and just right up on me, aren't you?
Oh, but she didn't even need that lane at all. Then, Slutty Stella nearly changes lanes near my back end, all while being tailgated by Tide Pod Tilly.
Now she's tailgating the person behind the car.
But here comes the real fun. The lanes are about to merge into one, but Slutty Stella wants to get ahead of these last 2 cars at the merge. She gets spicy hot mad when her plan fails due to my merging properly.
What? I'm merging. I'm merging. What do you want me to do? I'm just throwing her hands up at me. Oh, she's flipping me off.
You'll notice she failed the zipper merge and bullied her way in front of this guy. And now these two are speeding off. Good riddance.
No, well, we can't change lanes here. No, well.
One nut Nimrod Nicholas here is about to serve up a hot and spicy cutoff with a side of Tokyo Drift.
What the?
There's unfortunately no appetizing way to put this, but I would rather eat a tube of scrotal inflammation cream than to have to share the road with Crash It Chris's relatives. He keeps on pulling out and nearly hits me. This is an epic example of the chaos created when two complete morons meet. Ella, the hella incompetent drunk tard, is waiting to turn left, but she has a no left turn sign because when our direction gets a green left arrow, her direction gets a green right arrow. But ignorant drivers often proceed to turn left when both directions have a green arrow. Just before we get our green arrow, this utter dimwit, Simple Sally, stops in the intersection, blocking traffic behind her, and waves Ella to complete her illegal and dangerous turn, but only accomplishes making the situation chaotic by being nice.
I can't believe he's trying to... Oh, she's actually waving him to go. You can't do that. Go, 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 go. Oh, he's turning, he's turning. He's going the other way now.
This act of kindness by giving up right-of-way also prompted some honking behind us.
Go, 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 go.
Those two drivers clearly got their licenses out of their butt cracks. As we go through life, we come to learn that there are two types of people in this world. Those that know their ass from a hole in the ground, and those that are so stupid they should have a warning label on their forehead. Like, I suck at everything, Irene, who obviously never drank from the fountain of knowledge. Even though I wasn't expecting this to happen, I was most certainly prepared and ready to take evasive action.
Is that guy fucking crazy? You really need to learn how to drive.
This entire situation is utterly embarrassing. The Corolla has room to turn, but hesitates. Then this guy actually blocks the way, thinking he's helping out.
Oh, now you're just in the way.
So much for that plan. Then the Corolla blows another chance.
Jesus, they're trying to let you go. Just go.
This was as embarrassing as $5 foot-long penis jokes.
are you? What the fuck, man? Really? Fucking asshole? What the fuck? Stop brake checking me. What are you?
Like, we go hard on her. What do you think would happen right now if you
Jesus fucking Christ. What is this guy's problem?
Bitch, they would tear your ass up.
The following juicy footage was sent to me by Lisa Love in Greenville, South Carolina. The same gal who was a victim of the hit and run you all saw on YouTube a while ago. There's an accident a ways up ahead, and traffic is naturally backed up. The left lane is freely flowing until Jimmy, the jerk-off jackass, decides that nobody will be allowed to take advantage of this open lane. There's nobody in front of him. He's very careful not to let anybody get ahead of anyone in the next lane. How many times does one have to flush before he goes away? This miserable act continues as he keeps blocking the open lane. Things are soon going to get very interesting. This motorcyclist catches on. Then comes along this pickup truck, whose driver isn't having any of this Acadia driver's roadblock shenanigans. But of course, Jimmy the jerk-off jackass makes an extra effort to block frustrated motorists. The guy in the pickup is honking and yelling furiously. Once the freeway opens up, the two drivers continue to feud, and at one point, they actually hit each other. Jimmy the jackass actually took off and fled the scene. According to Lisa, after she summoned the highway patrol, the officers caught up to the guy, pulled him over, gave him a field sobriety test, and listed him as a hazardous driver. Jimmy the jackass was so pathetic, his only chance of getting laid is to crawl up a chicken's butt and wait. Don't forget to subscribe. You do not want to miss out on more excitement.